Okay, so the purpose of this video is to tell you exactly who I am and what it is that I do, so that way we can start to work together. So I'm Gary, founder of Canally Capital, where our motto is intentional execution, meaning that everything that we do has intention and we're going to execute it, right? So I'm the fourth, lucky you, because that's not too often, right? So what is the mission? Our whole mission is to shift the landscape of business for online educators and coaches by providing financial solutions and integrations for their students to then go off and grow their businesses and reach their goals ultimately, right? So our objective is to help you serve more students, plain and simple. Now, the challenge. Now, you might fit into this category, you might not, but a lot of coaches oftentimes have a situation where they have people that are interested in their program, but they can't afford it, right? And a lot of times what a lot of coaches don't realize is Klarna is shit. Those other kind of operators or opportunities for third-party financing can be shit. The reason I say that, and I say it with confidence, is because oftentimes all they're going to do is give that person enough money to pay for your program. And what happens to that person then? How are they able to really grow and scale their business, right? And ultimately, they're not really building a valuable relationship with that processor, truly, right? So that's where we come in, right? So we help these students and get the capital that they need. You know, we help you as a coach and educator implement this financing structure for the qualified students, so that way you can serve them at the highest level. You can earn more. They can actually have success and want to talk about the greatness that you're doing. And then oftentimes we can do something special where we help syndicate bigger deals. So moving forward, hold on, there we go. So let's look at the market, right? Because we're all going to think about the numbers. So looking at the market analysis, and you as an educator or someone out there that is a high ticket coach, whatever has a high ticket program, you probably understand this one thing, that the size of this market is only going to continue to grow. So these are data that you can look up. This is from, I believe, WAP. And you're going to see here that the market size for the creator economy itself, meaning people that are trying to make money online and create content, from 2024, which, just passed, to 2027 is expected to nearly double, right? What does this mean? This means there's an opportunity to grab a portion of the market through this service. This means that you're going to have students coming in every single day that can learn from what you do, which means inevitably there are going to be some that don't have the cash up front but can leverage a system like what we have built out. Now, a lot of these people that are also these full-time creators that you might fall into your bracket, you might teach creators how to make more money, right? A lot of times, only 12% of these people that pursue content creation full-time even earn $50,000 annually. And I can speak to this because I've been a creator for 5 years. And I've had years where I've had six figures, and I've had years where I've had 50,000. It's the nature of the beast, meaning that a lot more people are going to start to get wise and understand how they need to move online in order to earn an income and build businesses. Now, that's what's the most important thing. But as you can see here in this graph here, it says which digital products made the most revenue over the past 12 months. Then it was online courses, which is 70%. This is you in some cases. Digital downloads, this may be you too. Subscription and membership, now you may have a paid community, or you just may be an online consulting and coach, plain and simple, right? So that means that overall, people are spending their money on your services. They're spending their money on the things that you can provide. But there are people who need service. There are people that can't get the money up front, may have everything that they need, but don't understand how to get that. And that's the whole problem we're going to solve for you, right? We're here to make that easy for you. Now, in a world where we've had an example where we had a client who runs a Airbnb program, and what they've done is they've acquired a lot of students. I believe they're averaging several dozen students every single month, that whenever those students came in and they weren't able to get the capital they needed right off, they would come to us and my team. And what our team would do is make sure that they got qualified via business capital, and then we were able to pay for their full outright purchase for that program. And in addition to that, a handful of those students actually invested a portion of that capital into rental portfolios that this team was building. And that can be you. That's the special thing we can do. We can help you syndicate those type of opportunities. But the most important thing here is to recognize that this group of people that did this were able to add an additional almost $2 million to their revenue for the year just by offering a service like this, plain and simple, and that can be you. Now, who does this work for? Like you can see here, it works for everybody, e-commerce and retail, so branded dropshipping, TikTok shop, and TikTok dropshipping. If you're teaching any of these things, this is a possibility for you. You even have a client on our team who teaches vending machines, and she has a paid course that sometimes students don't qualify, don't have the money to do for, and we've helped her secure an extra 30, 40 students who were actually able to use the capital to pay for our service and then go out and buy their own vending machines. Think with your brain for a second. This is what can be an opportunity for you or whomever you may know, right? Now we are obviously able to help service-based businesses, so online coaches, consultants, i.e. possibly you, people that do digital marketing or run agencies that teach digital marketing. Maybe you have clients that can, quote unquote, not afford your service, but they actually can, but they don't understand how. That's where we come in. Obviously, like I mentioned, we have Airbnb examples. We also have, real estate as an example as well. And of course, we have opportunities with financial investment ventures, right? So if you're someone that teaches in the cryptocurrency space or trading business, it's an opportunity as well to help some of those students. Now, of course, I'm a logical person, and not everybody's going to make sense for this particular sector, but that's where you as the educator comes in and you're able to provide expert guidance, and we can make things that make sense for you and your students so that nobody ends up screwed unless they choose to be screwed, right? So moving forward, why choose us, right? We are selective, right? I'm reaching out to you guys, but the reality is I'm trying to find someone who's actually bringing in a certain amount of students every single month that makes sense for us and our team to actually fulfill, right? If you're only bringing in 3 students a month, likelihood is some of them just aren't as qualified as they need to be. Of course, we'll take a look at them, see if there's opportunity there, but oftentimes we're looking for coaches that are bringing in tens to dozens of students every single month because we can really create an extra shift in your revenue for your business, right? We understand that the creator economy, like I said, I've been a creator for several years. I understand what it's like to be on the creator side, and I also understand what it's like to want to drive traffic and build a business online as well, right? And a lot of those people that are going to be trying to pay for your service or pay for your program are going to be coming from the real world, if you want to call it, and they might not truly understand how to capitalize on all these things, right? The number one reason that clients use us is because we make providing the financing deal structure super easy. We're creative. We know how to figure out a way. We have tremendous relationships with a lot of institutions where we can guarantee $25,000 to $50,000. We can almost guarantee $25,000 to $50,000 on every student that we work with if they meet our requirements. Now, of course, not everything is guaranteed. I will caveat and say that. But more often than not, a lot of our cases, which you're going to see in the next slide, we're able to fund these students tens of thousands of dollars, which is more than enough to pay for your program and actually invest in a business, right? We make it very practical, make it very sensible, and we understand that this challenge completely, plain and simple like that. So here's some examples. So we have Katie here, who has a Airbnb related business. We were able to get her $75,000 in 0% funding, as you can see here, as it relates to her. This is her card, this is the information you guys see here. Same with Kimberly, who also had an Airbnb business. We were able to get her $75,000 within 6 days. And the only difference between the time for the funding schedule just depends on that person's criteria and then also the season with our bankers and our lenders, right? Now we also have more examples here. And then we have the next slide. We have other people who are also building their businesses who were able to get 50, 60, 50, and another 65,000 here, right? All within 1 to 2 weeks. And you can see here why this is even important. Some of your students don't even realize that 5,000 that they got can easily become 50,000 if they work with us. So even for the students that you have, right, that say, oh, I have business credit or I have capital for my business, and they're like, okay, cool. Well, now what? They may only have 5,000, but even if you sent them to us, we'll be able to help them get those limits higher and thus be able to create a deal that benefits everybody involved, right? In 2024 alone, our team placed over $10 million in capital across different businesses, coaches, consultants, things of that nature, right? So if you had students coming in and you work with us, we're able to help you generate on average, I want to say the number was around an additional 60,000 every single month, just depending on the amount of students, right? At least 10 to 15,000, on average closer to 50,000 or so in additional income for your students, right? So if we were helping a client get an extra 10 students every single month, right? And let's say your program was 3,000. Well, now you have 10 more people every single month, which is another 30,000 paying for your service outright. Not only that, but they have the capital that they need to then do what? Invest in their business and actually grow their business and become a true success, right? It's not going to be everybody, but for you as a coach and educator, you want to help as many people that actually want to help themselves as possible. So if you're able to have a simpler process that actually do this for you, boom, pow, them chicks are jocking my style. You guys know, boom, boom, boom. Anyhow, that's what we're able to do. So our promise is to be transparent and clear. As you can tell here, as I'm talking to you guys, I'm not trying to appease everybody. If you want to work with me, let's work. I don't have necessarily time to waste. I'm trying to find people who actually want to do business, who want to give us a shot. And I'll even tell you further. Oftentimes, if you already have GHL, there's pretty much no cost for you to get set up with us. You can pretty much try us risk-free. Even if you don't have GHL, whatever CRM that you operate with, we can actually reimburse you the cost that you spend with us after you bring to us 2 students that are qualified, that we're actually able to qualify and get the capital to pay for your program with. Then we can reimburse you after that point, right? So we're going to present 2 ways to make the opportunity of the deal as, what's the word I'm looking for? As simple as possible, as risk-free as possible, right? Nothing is without risk, but we have structures in place to make it to where you can try us and see if it really makes sense for your business, where you don't have to shell out $40,000 to use us, and we can actually bring you $40,000 that next week, for instance, right? We're going to be measurable goals and KPIs, meaning that, okay, we're going to be able to track how many students you're bringing in, what that number looks like, and you add that to your bottom line, right? Furthermore, we're going to work on terms that make sense. Examples, like I said, was, okay, there may be an instance in which we decide, okay, cool, you are going to need to have 10 students to hit your goal. But in order to do that, you're not exactly sure if a percentage base works better or if a pay per approval works better. Whatever makes sense for you and your business, or wrapping the entire total of what we get as we take our fee to make sure that you're paid out correctly as well. We're open to figuring out ways to make the deal happen. All we're going to ask is for people to be open, transparent, and honest with us so we can make things happen. That's the nature of business. Do good business, good results. Play stupid. What's the the subreddit? Play stupid, win stupid prizes, whatever it is. That's what we're trying to avoid here. So, plain and simple, here's how we can work together. If this seems like anything useful for you, you can go ahead and apply to work with us. You can send me a DM. There should be a link down below somewhere in the description to apply and reach out. What we'll do is have a conversation, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, understand your business goals, what kind of influx or how many students you're working with. And what we're able to do is we can actually look at all the students that you've already had. We can go through every single one of those students and find money that already exists, right? And once we do that, we can start to say, hey, you've got 4 students here that we can actually qualify to get you the capital and pay for your program outright, or to reinvest in whatever your next project launch looks like. Furthermore, if you already got all this shit set up, but you're thinking like, hey, I want to launch my own portfolio of this, right? And you're not exactly sure how to syndicate it, how to pull the capital together, or if you need more advanced help, that's somewhere we can also add value as well. So if any of this sounds like something useful for you, hello, welcome to Canally Capital. You're the founder, Gary Washington IV, and that is going to be it. Hopefully this was useful for you guys. Like I said, my objective was to just be open and honest and transparent. It's late. I actually have some clients to work with right now, but I just wanted to make this video because I feel like it'll be a lot easier for you to digest, understand what it is that we do, find those coaching clients, find those people that want to work and actually grow their business. They say take the risk or lose the chance. Take the risk. See if you actually make more money. If not, there's no harm nor foul. We're not going to actually be able to, you're not going to lose anything by working with us because a lot of the capital, the money that we're able to acquire comes after the fact, right? So if they have nothing, we're going to be able to help them get something, and then everybody's paid after they get something, right? Boom, plain and simple. So yeah, that's going to be it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night or day. Whenever you're seeing this video, just reach out, have a conversation. Doesn't have to be anything major. Let's just have dialogue, plain and simple. Or if I've already reached out to you and you're seeing this video, please respond and tell me no or yes or what you would like to do, because plain and simple, we need clarity. I don't want to harass you, so plain, simple as that. Anyhow, you guys have a good rest of your night. I will talk to you soon. Peace.